Well, that is our last episode of Love is Blind for this week. We got started on our first wedding, ended in a cliffhanger. We got to see the Bachelor and Bachelorette party, plus a little bit of last minute dates for our couples. Honestly, in terms of the relationships, not too much to dive in from the episode. I feel like we've got a bigger bombshell just from the preview for next week's episode than we did from this episode. But quickly, we will run through these five couples, maybe do some last minute predictions for each couple as well. First up, we have Deepti and Shake. Well, good news, everyone. Dr. Shayne is on the case to get Shake in a better headspace to try and get over the sex hurdle in his relationship. Shayne did a good job talking with Shake, and I think really opened him up to the idea that he at least needs to try. And that was better than where he was beforehand. So we never got to see if Shake followed through with the advice, though. He planned a nice date for them. They got massages. We're eating some sushi together. And I'm just happy to see Shake trying. But I was just sitting looking at the TV, thinking at the end of that date, kiss her, you idiot. Shake, kiss her, you idiot. But we don't know. My prediction for this couple is that they are going to be a yes to a marriage. They're gonna say their I do's. I think that Shake has really revamped what he was looking for in a partner because of Deepti, and I think that is going to be enough for him to say yes for their marriage. I keep trying to say Decision Day, not the same show. Wrong show. Next up, Ayanna and Jarrett. First off, I don't think I'd be too happy if my partner was going out without me 3 nights a week. I don't think I'm cool with that. You want to go spend a night with your friends? Sure. But even every week, I'm probably not super happy with that. Maybe if it's bowling league or something. Ayanna, she really wants Jarrett to show her that he is ready and committed to her. And I don't think Jarrett understands what Ayanna wants for him. Jarrett wants to be married, but I don't think he understands what's being asked of him and what Ayanna specifically needs from him. And while I do think that they're both going to say yes or both say I do at the wedding, I think that they have quite a few hurdles ahead of them, and I honestly just don't see their relationship lasting. Next up, Danielle and Nick. These two are terrible at communicating with each other. And then we had that whole scene in the pool. I don't know if anybody else was having this issue. I couldn't understand a damn word they said. They were in a pool, didn't hear any of their conversation. That doesn't have anything to do with their poor communicating. But every fight that we've seen from them throughout the season has really been a communication failure. Completely and totally, whether it's before that conversation, during that conversation, it doesn't matter. We go all the way back to that first fight in Mexico. Danielle, if Nick going out was such a big deal, you needed to communicate that. And then when he does come back, kind of just went off on him for something he had no control over whatsoever. And from there, Nick kind of went off and stormed out. And pretty much every argument, every fight we've seen from them this season has been a replay of that. they absolutely need to work on those communication skills if they want to succeed. This couple was the only wedding that we saw. We didn't get the complete wedding. Got hit by the cliffhanger, so we'll have to wait for next week. But do have to point out, no smile from Nick as Danielle said, "I do." I think we're getting played a little bit there. I think that there was maybe a little bit of camera trickery going on. And I think Nick is going to say, "I do," even though it was definitely built up like he was not. Next up, Mallory and Salvador. I really do not have much to say about this couple this week. The singing is cute, but personally I think I'd be over that in about a month. Do I think this couple is going to make it or going to say yes? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I don't think that this is a couple that's going to last, but I do think that they are going to say "I do" next week. Lastly, we have Natalie and Shayne. My first thing I wrote down was Shayne has really settled down over this season. And up until he stepped onto Wrigley Field, he really had. He really had, you know, from that extreme high energy guy that we got at the start of the season and on the honeymoon, he settled down into that relationship and everything was looking so positive for them. They both even said this episode that they were going to say yes or going to say "I do" at the wedding. And then for some reason, they decided not to let Shayne hit the baseball at Wrigley. Give him a couple extra pitches. Give the man a couple extra pitches. Like, come on. Like it's ridiculous. Everybody got to hit a ball. Like, I know he missed a couple times, but just give him a couple extra. Give him a couple extra. Let him hit the damn ball. That could ruin a marriage. That could end that whole relationship, is him not being able to hit a ball at Wrigley Field. In the preview, things did not look good for Shayne and Natalie. Sounded like they had a huge fight, presumably after the Bachelorette parties. That is totally changing how they view things going in. Without seeing the preview, I absolutely think that they are going to say "I do." With that preview, whew, I don't know. I'm still going to say that they say "I do." And I'm going to go a step further and say that they last as well. That's going to be it for this week. Can't wait to see how this all ends. You know, I think that I'm going to be surprised by a few of these couples, and there's going to be some twists here at the end that maybe none of us see coming. So that's going to wrap things up for this week. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we will see you later.